4am Club. I am out of the weird. Hallelujah. And I have an awesome message from Spirit today. It's going to help you wherever you're at in the weird. You're going to love this. Sit tight. Before I get into that, really quickly, it is time again for what's coming next. Yes, we're looking into the energies of August. Yeah, yeah, it's a lot. Both energetically, spiritually, with everything that's happening, this weird, this lifting, this sense of anticipation, and politically, y'all. We got Epstein. We got JD Prance and Murdoch. We got freaking Maxwell. Maybe gonna cut a deal. We got Congress wanting to depose her. Yeah, so there's a lot. And we need all the guidance we can get. So you know the drill. Get it at the link in bio. If you're watching on YouTube, it's at the caption. I will see you there. Okay, today's message. This is about where we've been, what it's for, like the weird, what it's for, and guidance on helping you get through it wherever you're at. So do you remember, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, I got a very short, punchy message from Spirit, and they said, those who have chosen to ascend will be lifted up. And now we're feeling floaty, lifted, what? So that hit me like lightning today, and I was like, oh yeah, it's that. So I sat down, I tuned in, and I asked Spirit, what can I tell them? What do we need to know about getting through this time? And the first big picture thing is, remember, as I've said from the beginning, all this political nonsense, this is not the whole picture. This is just a tiny part of what's going on. What's happening politically is the physical manifestation of how we are shifting. And as we are shifting so quickly and so dramatically into the new, it is causing a rapid crumbling of the old stuff. So that's one of the reasons why a lot of people are feeling like, I just can't watch the news anymore. I'm just so disconnected. Because we are the ones who are pioneering into the new energy. And because we're pioneering into it, and there are so many of us doing such a phenomenal job, we're anchoring that. We're anchoring the new. And that is what's causing the crumbling of the old. So it's getting weird because of us. And I mean that in the best way. And this is what I've said about the whole 4am Club experience from the beginning, that enough of us needed to be awake and aware that this was all going to work out, that despite how crazy and chaotic it is, there is every reason to hope so that we could be the ones holding the light. Because what's happening, what's unfolding globally, cosmically, is this opportunity for ascension, for humanity to shift, for the earth to shift into higher dimensional reality. And this transition is very perilous because the old energies, you know how people love to talk about Trump's egregore? Egregores are everywhere. This isn't like some unique dark magic thing. It's communities, belief systems, freaking patriarchy, all these things have egregores. They have an energy of their own. And so these egregores, these energies, these systems, and the people who benefit from them are fighting so hard to stay alive right now. They're going to get more chaotic, more violent, more unpredictable, more mean and scary and threatening because they're fighting to survive. And so we needed enough of us who are awake and aware, holding the higher light, or at least holding the hope of a higher light, that we can stay anchored in that highest potential and not be completely knocked off by these other forces that are trying to stay alive. Now, some people like to interpret this as a spiritual war or a battle between good and evil. I don't see it that way. That's not my paradigm. I don't see it as a war. I see it as we're moving on and they don't like it. A war implies that two sides are battling. And I don't know about you, but I'm not battling. I'm healing. I'm lifting. I'm growing. I'm moving on. But of course, that doesn't mean it's easy breezy, right? Right, as we all know. What's happening right now is as people are being lifted, they are being lifted from the old systems. And those who have done a lot of work, healing, expansion, and I don't even just mean spiritual work. I mean, did you heal from your childhood? Did you fully get closure on that breakup? Did you, whatever it is, are you doing the work of personal growth? Because every place that you are wounded, that you are still stuck and haven't fully moved on from old patterns, or you haven't quite surmounted certain challenges, all of those things are the sticky goo that keep you anchored to the old ways, the old, you can call them timelines, you can call them 3D, the matrix, whatever you want to call it, the old earth. All of those problematic sticky things are what's keeping you anchored to the old. And so as we are being given all this energy, all this light, all this hope, And everything coming down from the cosmos to assist us in this transition, we're being triggered to come out of the sticky. And so one of two things will happen. Number one, certain people who, like I said, benefit from the old, from the sticky, they're going to fight to stay in it and fight to keep you in it, just like spiders trying to keep flies in their web. Now, for many people, even though we want to evolve out of the old, it is hard and it is scary because number one, it means revisiting the old pains, the old stories. And number two, it's just very hard to evolve. It is. It's hard to believe that we're safe now. It's hard to believe that things will be different this time. That's the number one thing that keeps people back. We don't trust that it's going to be different this time, right? And you guys have seen me in my big battle with the witch wound, with vulnerability, with being called out, put on blast. Like my mind knows I'm not going to be burned at the stake, but my energy, my subconscious, my soul is like, you sure about that? My body, brain, mind, everything was freaking out in every which way because I wasn't fully certain that it was going to be different this time and I wasn't going to be hurt in some way. So many of us are being confronted with our pains, with our patterns. That shit is hard. And that's why I've offered my shadow work. As you guys know, there's a free PDF to help you go through my process of really getting into what's the sticky, what's it about? What is it about that's deeper than the surface level? And how can I use that knowledge and information to heal, to let go, to turn over a new leaf? Now, there's another thing that's going on during this time that we are being put into a forced emotional purge. Yeah, because although we are intellectually healing and we're being confronted with old patterns and old people, things from the past are coming up to really like shake us up, there's also a lot of subconscious healing that's going on. There's a lot of grief being purged. There's a lot of sorrow, suffering, a lot of old stuff. And when I say old stuff, we're talking generations ago, things you inherited, things you carried from previous lifetimes, things that have no conscious relevance to what you're going through now. This is old shit. And since we can't like intellectually, mentally get into it, Spirit is kind of doing a forced purge. Because as we are making the choice to consciously ascend, and as we are trying and intending and doing our best, Spirit gets to help us out. So a lot of people follow the Schumann resonance. I look at solar flares. I actually can feel the energy waves. I have a whole playlist on that. I can feel when these energies are coming in to help us. And so they'll do all of those things. They'll push us into situations that allow us to work it out. They will just trigger old stuff. They will do all the things. And it's helping you. As much as it sucks, it is helping you. It's clearing all of it out. So at the very least, if the only thing you do is surrender and be sad, you're doing the work. You are doing the work. Because as always, we don't have to be perfect. We don't have to be happy all the time. We just have to intend for something better. And we have to be willing to go through whatever it is we need to go through to get to the other side with whatever shred of hope you can. I have a lot of hope. I got a lot. But if all you can manage is a sliver, a shred, that's great. That's fantastic. Take that, hold on to it, and let it be your anchor as you're being cleared. Let go of what's coming up. Just let it go, let it move through, let it pass. Because remember, as I said at the beginning, the reason it's all crumbling out there now is because we are doing the work and we are moving on. So if you want to hasten the end of the Orange Man's reign and all the corruption, everything that's going on in Gaza with like everything, if you want to end everything for everyone, just do your work. This is what it means to anchor the light and to be a light warrior. We are the ones who are pioneering into healing territories, into hope, into creating the new, envisioning the new, building up women, building up the matriarchy, helping men heal from toxic patriarchy, inviting people onto the journey of awakening, building communities, all these incredible things, creating art, having hope, laughing, being in joy, visiting nature, all of these things. Anchor the light, anchor the new. And as the light is continuing to grow, the old has nothing to hold on to. And those flies are being shaken from that spider web. And these spiders are going to go down with the ship. So hang in there, fam. You're doing awesome. You are doing awesome. You're right on time. You are right on time. And we are going to get there.